Hey guys, what's up? So I'm gonna make this quick video about 5 things I love about my Mazda. I'm gonna do 5 things I love about just the mazdaspeed 6, like in general, like the stock mazdaspeed 6, and then I'm gonna do 5 things that I love that I've personally like modified to my mazdaspeed 6. So to start us off, the first thing that I love is the price. So a mazdaspeed 6 is a pretty cheap car to get. It's about 6 to 10,000, somewhere around there, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but it's a pretty cheap car, especially in the modification world. You know, you have your Subaru STI, your Honda S2000, all of those can be a little bit more expensive, so it's a pretty cheap car, so definitely a good starter car. The second one is like the how luxurious it is, if that's the right word. Like it has the Bose sound system that's pretty nice. I really enjoy that. You know, it's something that you don't really think about, but it ends up being like a really nice thing to have, just a good sound system. So I like that. And then with the luxuriousness, if that's even a word, the seats are all right. They're comfortable, but they're not that like sporty. The interior I feel like is pretty good. It's everything's pretty soft and not too bad to touch and stuff like that. So the interior is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the luxuriousness. I just kind of enjoy the overall like feel of it, especially for how much you're paying for the car and the type of car it is. I feel like it's a pretty nice interior. You know, you don't get that many rattles or anything like that. So that's the next thing. The third point is that I like how fast it is, how fast it is to like how easy it is to make fast, and how fast it already is stock. I mean, it's obviously not that fast stock, but compared to other cars stock, you know, it's not that far behind a STI, and it's definitely faster than a WRX stock. Got a little rub in there. It's definitely faster than a STI, or a WRX, and probably not quite as fast as a STI stock, but you can easily make it a lot faster than that for pretty cheap. So I like how fast it is, stock and after modified. After that, I like the reliability is my fourth point. I really enjoy the reliability. You know, I've beat the crap out of this car quite a bit, and I've messed some things up. You know, it's not always ran perfectly, usually because of like my fault, but yeah, it's been extremely reliable, and I've been super thankful for that. I cannot believe how reliable it's been, especially for how much I've beaten the crap out of it. Alright, my last point for why I like the mazdaspeed 6 so much, my last point for why I like it stock at least, is I like how like unique it is. You know, it's not a very popular car. Even the mazdaspeed 3 isn't popular really at all, but this one's even less common and less popular, and especially most people don't even modify this car. So if you have a modified one, or one at all, it's pretty unique. It's nice to have something that's a little bit different, you know. Of course, there is a little bit of a downside to that, because if not as many people have on the aftermarket and everything like that, the parts and stuff like that are a little bit harder to find, but it's not too bad. They still have a good amount of parts for this car and stuff. So I really enjoy that it's unique and different. Most people, you know, don't have the same car, so that's pretty cool. That's it for the 5 points that I like about the like stock version, or just the mazdaspeed 6 in general. Going with mine, I have a few kind of oddball ones. So the seat that I'm in is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite thing that I've done to the car. It's as comfortable as the stock one, if not more comfortable than the stock seats. And it has like these, you know, it has like some pretty solid side bolstering, and it just feels great. I think it holds you in place really well when you're going around a turn and stuff like that. So I really enjoy I really enjoy the seat. I'm really glad I did that. I'll eventually upgrade the passenger one too, but it's just kind of expensive. It's like 400 bucks for the seat and the bracket, which honestly isn't too bad. It's a legit Corbo seat. It's not eBay or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. So the seat is my first thing that I love that I've done to this car. The second thing is my my shift knob. So my shift knob, I'll show you guys that right now. It's like a little ball. It's like a heavyweight ball shift knob. I don't even know what it's called. It says Blocked on it, but I'm pretty sure it's like a off the name brand. I'll show it to you guys right now. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's like this chrome little ball. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but yeah, so it's like this chrome little ball, and it's actually pretty freaking heavy. It's a heavy shift knob, but yeah, it has just really good feedback, and it's just super nice to shift with. And it says Blocks on it, I believe. Blocks. I don't know what company that is, but probably there's a lot of heavy just shift balls or whatever, but I really enjoy that. I'm super pleased with that. Would recommend it to anyone. The third thing that I like about this car is the wheels. They're Avid or Avid, I don't know how you say it, Avid 06s, and they're like the six spoke kind of TE37. Like, I don't think they're replicas, but they're pretty close to it. They've held up really well. They look pretty good for this car. I really enjoy the wheels. I'm glad that I got them. My fourth thing that I really like that I've done to this car are the fender flares. I haven't actually gotten too much hate on them, but I'm sure some people don't really like them. The fender flares kind of make it a little bit more aggressive. I eventually want to paint match them so it'll look really clean and just basically look like a wider version of the Mazdaspeed 6. So I really enjoy the fender flares. I'm glad I did it. It's a little bit sketchy because you do have to cut, well, I guess you don't have to, but you cut your fenders up, so that part is a little bit sketchy, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it makes the car a little bit more unique, and it makes it your wheel fitment, you don't rub really with pretty wide wheels, which I did rub before, which is one of the main reasons why I did it. So I enjoy the fender flares a lot. Glad that I did that. It makes it look a little bit more aggressive. My last thing that I've done to the car that I really enjoy is probably the turbo. So I have a top mounted PTE 5858 turbo, and I just like how it makes the engine bay look a lot better, and it also of course makes more power. It sounds good. It just, there's so many things that go into it. Sounds good. It makes good power. It's like linear power. Has lots of potential to grow. So not only is it good right now, like it spools good for low power, but once I crank up the boost and I build my motor, then I can just keep the turbo and keep increasing boost. So I like a lot about it. There's potential. It's already good. It looks good in the engine bay. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite things too, and it really wasn't that hard to swap. One other thing that I like about the turbo is that if it ever breaks or anything, since it's top mounted now, you could easily just switch the turbo, like not that much time. I just barely did a gasket on it, a turbo gasket, and like to do that it took me probably 10 minutes because I had to pull the downpipe off. I didn't even pull the intake off, I just pulled the intercooler piping off and then pulled the turbo up, just pushed the gasket in, and it was good to go. So I really enjoy that. There's a lot of other things I've done to the car that I enjoy a lot, but those are probably the 5 main things that I enjoy most. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up, or excuse me, a like and a subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. I'm trying to grow it so I can eventually build my motor and try to, you know, grow the channel, just bring everyone together in the community and stuff. So if you guys could do that, that would be great. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you guys next time.